What's going on YouTube? My name's Dieter the Donut Eater, and today we went to Sugarbox Donuts in Woodland Hills. So welcome back to another donut adventure. Like I said, we went to Sugarbox Donuts in Woodland Hills. It is a fairly new donut shop. They opened up in May of 2020. Sugarbox Donuts has 89 reviews with an average rating of 4.5 stars on Yelp. And it looks like they're making some pretty good donuts. Let's see if I can do this without dropping everything. Pretty good donuts. They do offer your basic types of donuts, and they do offer like some specialty kind of donuts, like your cereals and your kind of character themed donuts. Of course, I got all kinds of different donuts. You know, I got plain glazed, I got a Cruller, I got a Cronut, have to get Cronuts. I got 2 cakes, I got a s'mores, and then I got 2 character donuts. So I should be able to get a good assessment of the type of donuts they make. Pretty unique to this place too is that they make all their donuts with potato flour instead of wheat flour. Not sure how that's going to affect the taste because I don't think I've ever had potato flour made donuts, but we'll see how this goes. I think we're gonna start, of course, with the plain glazed donut. The donut that all donut shops are judged against. Again, if you can't make good plain glazed donuts, you're probably not making good donuts, period. So one, it's really light, and 2, it kind of has a different smell than some of the other donuts I've had. Maybe it's the potato flour, maybe it's the kind of sugar they use. I'm not sure. It's really soft, great amount of chew, very squishy. Glaze is very light. And I think they add a pinch of cinnamon or maybe nutmeg in here. Very good plain glazed donut. All right, moving on to their Cruller. It's got a plain glazed Cruller, very light. Hopefully it's nice and moist and eggy on the inside. Definitely has a much different taste than I was expecting. Not bad. It's a good pastry. Not my favorite Cruller, but definitely not the worst. I think it could have been a little bit more airy on the inside, just a tad more eggy as well. All right, moving on to this chocolate cake. Kind of small, very light, very soft to break. Very soft. Not very dense, but really moist. And the chocolate is semi-sweet, so really good. Additionally, the bottom, a little bit crisp, so you get a nice contrast of hard and soft when you bite into it. Moving on to this blueberry donut. A lot flatter than some of the other blueberry cake donuts I've seen. However, it does feel harder, so I don't know. Maybe that's just that crisp underlayer. See how the inside looks? So that's what you're looking at for the inside. Nice little contrast of white and blue. That's good. Much like the cake, it's very soft, not very dense. The glaze is really light, doesn't overpower anything. You really get a nice pop of flavor from the blueberries that are in here too. It's good. This is really good. Moving on to one of my favorites, the Cronut. So I saw this, I knew I had to get it. I mean, just look at how high those layers are. This is a really tall one. Definitely one of the more uniformed ones I've seen as well. It's really light in the hands. I can already tell it's gonna be very flaky and very airy on the inside. Let's see if we look. Oh man. Look at that. Of course, you just peel it layer by layer. Super buttery. This one definitely has a much more croissant taste than the other Cronuts I've ever had. They use a lot of butter in here. The glaze is very light too. A lot of places tend to just slather on the glaze, and it's very overpowering to the Cronut. But these people, not so much. Again, very light, flaky, buttery, very reserved on the glaze. So this is a good one. Very good Cronuts. And you know, I just had to get a s'mores donut as well. Oh, you know what? They torched it too. They torched the marshmallows right on there. So you already know this is gonna be a good one. Super chocolatey. So it's got chocolate glaze, chocolate drizzle, and then mini chocolate chips. Graham cracker parts are still crunchy, so hasn't been sitting out too long. Definitely a chocolate lover's dream. Moving on to the character donuts. Saw this Panda one. Thought it might be fun to see how that goes. So it looks like a raised donut with some vanilla icing, some sprinkles, and then an Oreo for the ears. So let's do it like this. Not much of a difference between that and, say, the plain glazed one. It just has much thicker glaze and the Oreo cookies right there. But obviously you buy it because it's Panda. Who doesn't love pandas? If you've never seen a $7 donut, well, this is what they look like. This was their Mermaid donut. I'm almost positive I've paid more for a donut, but I just can't think of it right now. So we got a raised donut, sea foam, green icing, a mermaid tail, a starfish, some shells, and then these little pearls right here. I wonder if you can eat these. You can. I think it's chocolate. Definitely milk chocolate. Dough is the same as that plain glazed one. Soft, light, squishy, nice and chewy. Probably something you can only eat one of, and then that's about it. Or at least for me. Well, folks, that was all the donuts. My favorite one, obviously, is the Cronut. I mean, it was probably one of my top 5 Cronuts I've ever had. It's very soft, very flaky, super buttery, and it's not slathered and glazed. So it's really good. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to help me grow, then share this video with all your friends and family. My name's Dieter the Donut Eater, and we'll see y'all on the next donut adventure. Peace. That Cronut.